Hey y'all, good morning. This morning is January the 5th. January the 5th. I just got back from the gym and I'm having to calm my nervous system, but also listen to it. What was I about to do? Oh, yeah, because I feel like I'm about to start my period or something, but I don't think that makes sense. The reason why I feel like I'm having to calm my nervous system or at the very least pay attention to it. Oh yeah, 5 more days. I feel like that's coming fast. I'm feeling goodness. But also, what's today? Day 2? Personal day 2 for me. It's the 5th of January. Just now, getting this new year started. And, I'm spiritual. So there's like different things that I've learned because I don't keep my focus of learning in a box. I don't follow nobody's dogma. I allow my spiritual journey to reveal to me what life is. And one thing I've learned is that there's layers to life. And so when we talk about the new year, some people, I hear other spiritual people too say like, oh, this ain't the real new year. The real new year is in April. Or, with spring or the beginning of the new zodiac year. And then, other things. But so far, I've been able to clock like different layers of a new year for me because there are different cycles that are occurring. And this is the beginning of a time of full circle. So you got numerology, you got Chinese astrology, you got Western astrology, and you have the cycle of the sun in your chart, your natal chart. So for me, my new starts and new years are like new cycles for this time of the year. There's January 1st is one. It's one. Then there is my birthday, which is not far after January 1st. But then there is the Chinese New Year, which is in February. And then we have season/zodiac. And you also have the months, So that's how I consider it. I feel like there's layers to everything. And I feel like with this kind of new start, it's not just a one-day thing. It's a transition. And I do think that it makes sense that it takes place across 3 months, January, February, March, because it just makes sense to me, the months being broken up into threes like that. What would that be? Four cycles of 3 months for the whole 12-month cycle. So it's cycles. And I also feel like it's like grace given by the universe, because you can be like, okay, I got this goal for, start this on this new year. And then it could be January 1st. And then it's like, well, it didn't really have a great start. And so you kind of have like another chance at maybe your birthday. If it's during that time. Or if not, maybe it's the Chinese New Year in February, or whenever it falls on. This year it's in February. Or then you got you kind of have these multiple chances to kind of gear up and get it right. So it's like kind of giving you time to, like, after waking up, to get dressed and kind of get ready, before, like, it's kind of equal to getting ready before you go outside type of thing. Like, you're not just awake and then outside. You awake, you might be groggy a little bit. Okay, so now speaking on that groggy, I didn't have no trouble getting up this morning, and I love that. I also slept most of my time allotted for sleep, that I allotted for my sleep, and so that made me feel good. I also slept mostly in silence. So sometimes I have issues with sleeping in silence, which when I was younger that was never a problem. But but yeah, these days it can be a challenge. But last night it was not a challenge. I listened to something while falling asleep, and then I fell asleep, and I didn't have to wake back up to turn something back on. I was like asleep the whole time. I woke up at some points, but went right back to sleep, and it was silence. So that made me feel good. But here's the part about relating to the groggy, okay? Because I got these goals, of course. I got these plans. But again, it's kind of been like a revving up, not just off to the rock, off to just 1, 2, 3, start. It's been more like a countdown, like 10 to 1, really since, I'd say more so like November, to be honest. So, or even October, that's another way we can kind of look at a fresh new start, opportunity for a new start, because October even, it's the 8th month in the seasons, when you're looking at the seasons or zodiacs, but numerology wise and sun calendar wise, or sun cycle wise, it's the 10th month. But 10 also equals 1, so that's the numerology. So there's another opportunity as well for like new beginnings. So that ever since then, I've kind of been on this trek of like new, refresh, restart. And so yeah, I just wanted to, that's a little side note. But the groggy part, I wanted to relate to that real quick, because this morning I did have a problem. I had a problem, and I'm gonna speak on it. Because I think it's something from my ancestors and angels and the universe that it wants me to pick up on this and pay attention, but not just to what's externally happening around me, but how it's making me feel and what I am picking up on energetically, and then not to doubt what I'm feeling or seeing or noticing or catching. Okay, because this morning I wake up. Okay, I'm ready. I'm getting ready. I'm making my bed. That always makes me feel good. I don't know how or why, but it does. So I think there's something there. But I brush my teeth, I get my vitamins that I need for the gym, my energy drink, blah, 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 blah. I'm getting ready. I go out and get in my car. I'm driving. Well, no, I'm backing up. And then I notice these weird lights. And I'm like, what is that? Like, is that a car with like a light out or something? Because the car, it looks like it's about to pass behind me. But it was like, from what I noticed, like 2 cars, and they weren't moving, but it's dark. So I really can't tell. But I saw multiple lights. But then I noticed, oh, that's a car that's also backing out, because then I saw like the one light turn into 2 lights, and it had looked like there was a car behind that car. Okay. So now I'm like, I know who that car belongs to. I don't know the person like deeply personally, but it's literally my next door neighbor. I live in an apartment complex. It's literally the person that lives right next door to me. So now I'm weirded out because it's early in the morning. It's early in the morning, and I've been kind of having somewhat of a routine of going to the gym around this time. Um, but now I'm weirded out because it's literally the person right next door to me, and on top of that, it's a man. So, and I already had kind of like had experiences before where it could be just coincidence, but see, I don't believe in coincidences. Okay, so it's like we was ending up at the smaller gym here in the complex where we both live, but I had to notice it looks like he had already been going, maybe, you know, because it like I was kind of new to checking it out, and we ended up in there at the same time. And then I'm like, I think that's my neighbor. But also I forgot about this part. I also ran into him at the grocery store. Um, like after, because I had like stopped going to the little gym because it was like really small, and I didn't like that. And if it was more than ever like one person, which I only had experienced myself and him in there at the same time, it kind of felt a little weird. I like to have my space, and then also they didn't have that many options, and it was just a really small space. I didn't like it. Um, and then he would be in there, you know, um, playing his music loud, which for me is like, okay, I get it. You usually in here by yourself. I do the same thing, you know. But I was a little weirded out that we live right next door to each other, and we the only two people in here at this early hour. Like this is a big complex, you know. So that kind of like, okay, um, like I ain't like that. And then we did, and I almost forgot about this. There was another day where we ended up like in the grocery store in the same aisle, but it was also weird because there was another person who also lived in my complex, and he was in there too. But I used to talk to that person, and so we like, you know, saw each other or whatever and started like talking, just like hey or whatever. And then leaving him, I go on this aisle to like go. I'm literally looking for. I remember I was literally looking for powder peanut butter because it's like less sugar or no sugar. And so I'm literally looking for that. I'm not following nobody. I'm not looking for nobody. I'm literally looking for that. I go over there, and the guy, my neighbor, is on the same aisle or ended up on the aisle after I got there. I can't remember which came first, but I know I was like, huh. And I noticed it was him because he has a distinct look, and he was wearing one of the same shirts that he wore at the gym, the little gym. So, and then the guy I used to talk to, who also lives in this complex, ended up on the aisle again. Now, that was a little bit suspicious because I talked to him. We kind of tried to date. I broke it off a little fast, but he also gave me extreme jealousy vibes. You know, the kind of dude that would be trying to track you. So, when he appeared on the aisle, I'm like, okay, because we had already talked and then like went about our separate ways. So, anyways, I kind of noticed that, and that kind of weirded me out a little bit. I'm like, and it was like I just heard the word auspicious time of night. It was night, but it was a store down the street from my complex. Um, you know, so again, coincidences are possible. I mostly don't believe in coincidences. My life is too spiritual to minimize things like that to just, oh, coincidence. But that is now basically two different kind of instances. Um, and so then this morning, yeah, I'm backing out, and I notice I'm like, that's his car backing out. So now it's like 4 something in the morning. I'm going to the gym. I've been going to this gym since November. And now you're behind me. You live next door to me. Now you're behind me. It's early in the morning. And I'm like, okay. So I'm like, maybe he's going to the little gym. If he was going to the little gym, he would have made a left. But now he's making a right with me. So now I'll pull over. Cause I go by the little trash area thing, you know, as if like I'm about to throw out trash or whatever. And I like pause there. Cause ain't nobody I don't like people trailing me. I do not like that. I've been stalked before. I don't like that. So, So I let him pass me. And I sit there for a little bit because I caught that. I'm like, I caught that. And I'm proud of myself that I caught that. So then, okay, I continue about my thing. I go to the gym. I pull up, I park, and I just so happen to look to my right, and I see him walking into the gym, and I know it's him. And again, I peeped it because I already have peeped him. Like, he has a very distinct walk. He has long locks. He's a little larger, like stocky, short, kind of, dark skin. I'm like, that's him. So now he's going to the gym. Now, granted, Little Rock, or where I live, it's not big. The gym right down the street. This the new year. It's so many different ways that we could end up in the same place. The thing that be weirding me out is like the time. Like, it's the time. We both leaving out at the same time. You could easily hear me leaving out of my door if you're awake. So that kind of just weirds me out. Then I get inside because now I'm like, my nervous system is spiked. So now I'm walking inside the gym and I have my routine. And so I'm headed to my machine that I usually have no problem with getting to. And it's two of them next to each other. He's on one of them. I didn't even have to look directly at him. I just had to look in that direction. And there was somebody else on the one that I'm usually on. And he's on the one next to it. So now I'm pissed. Right? First, my nerves spiked. Now I'm pissed because I haven't had an issue with getting to my machine every time I come in. Like, I have had no issues with that. And so now I'm irritated because I like to have, my norm. And of course, it's the beginning of the year, so it's the first Monday of the year, so everybody is, at the gym. Shit pissed me off. So it was literally one Stairmaster left. It was only 4 of them in the place, and only one was available, and it was next to somebody. And so I go and I get on now and then. It was funny because people usually don't be on the Stairmasters. That's just the thing. It's not a popular machine, at least not when I'm there. So then the girl that was next to me gets off of hers not long after I get on mine. Right? Okay. So now I notice, and this is where I say I had a problem for real, because I noticed my heart is spiked, like my heart rate, because I could feel it, because now it's like I think my nervous system was picking up on just not feeling safe. One thing I don't like about the gym is a lot of people being in there. That's why I don't like to go after work, because that's when a lot of people go. I like to go in the morning when a lot of people ain't going. So, but I noticed because I'm on my regular level that I usually been on, and my heart is struggling. It's struggling. I started to hurt in my chest, and I didn't like that. So that was pissing me off. I didn't have a great video to listen to. Usually I find something really good to listen to. Not necessarily music, but like other spiritual people with their videos and channels that I like. And nothing good was good enough to distract me so much. I'm literally in, like, it's like, I guess you can call it fight or flight mode. And I'm ready to fight. I'm not, I'm ready to fight. Like, for real, I felt partially unsafe, partially like blocked. Like, what the fuck? Like, where the fuck y'all come from? You know what I mean? Like, that is just pissed me off. I know I don't have no ownership to the machine, but it's like, I literally have a reason why I do what I do the way I do it, and y'all just messed up my whole. I just don't like that, and I think it's like a symptom of being on the spectrum. I suspect that I am, and also my ADHD. But also, again, I'm very highly spiritual, and I pick up on energies, and I believe that I was picking up on something. Like, this was just so fucking weird. Like, why can't you be in the other part of the gym lifting weights or some shit? That really made me mad. Now it makes me think, like, did you know I was going to be on the Stairmaster? You know what I mean? So, I didn't like that at all, bro. And I'm doing my thing. I had to bring the level down after some time because I was really struggling. I couldn't really, like, focus my mind. My heart was literally hurting. So like I'm hearing a voice in my head like, bring it down, internet, bring it down. Like your system is like freaking out, low key. Like it is freaking out. My heart was hurting. So um, I'm just bothered. I'm just bothered, and I know that most people that pass me when walking or in the gym or whatever, most of them are, and I catch it all the time. Most people, you know, they want to make eye contact with you. They want to see what you're doing. I had two people on the side of me at one time. I don't like that. I don't like being surrounded by people. I don't like people being up in my space. People will be next to you looking at your screen. I saw that at one point, this white man. I just get so irritated because I already know how this energy thing works. Literally, my energy attracts people to my space. And before work, I don't be looking to work in that way. Like, that's my me time. So I low key feel like energetically violated. Like, just get like get out of my way. So, anyways, okay, I'm not done, right? I just looked at my time and said 21:21. That's a sign. So I come back home. But I'm already decided in my mind. I'm like, I'm going to get that license plate. I'm going to be paying attention. I'm going to see if the car's still here because I couldn't tell if he was still in the gym because I wasn't looking for him. So I leave out. I come. I did have to stop at 2 red lights, so that took some time. But okay, I get in my door. I close the door. Get into my apartment, close the door. I didn't see nobody behind me the whole time. Nothing like that. I get inside, I close the door. I then, not long after, I hear a loud car like coming. I can hear the bass from the music being turned all the way up. It's still early in the morning. I haven't put my earphones in yet. And I'm like, is that him? So I don't want to look out the window. I can't tell from my peephole. So I just kind of go to near my door and window to kind of hear and listen. Because again, he lives right next door to me. So I can hear when he opens the door and all that stuff. And it was him. It was him. So shortly after I got home, then he got home too. So here's the thing. So then that made me like, listen, I will fight. I will fight to the death if somebody's like looking to violate me, trying to trail me or track me or whatever. I don't like none of that shit. I will fight. Literally. I'm not no scared punk. I will fight to the death. And if I have to take somebody out, I will take you out. I will. That's the energy that I'm in because I'm tired of people like, with no kind of rights whatsoever, feeling like they have entitlement to my energy. And I'm sorry, but this is multiple times. And I'm saying, I live in a complex, a huge complex. How is it that I ran into you over and over again? You live right next door to me. I just don't like that that mashup, And on top of that, it's like there's always the possibility of just spiritual. This could be a whole monitoring spirit in terms of his spirituality or, his spiritual design and makeup. He could be conscious of it, he could be unconscious of it. But it could literally be like somebody utilizing someone else, you know what I mean? So, because that's easy. Like, oh, if somebody's like powerful in their spiritual artistry or magic or whatever, and they can be like, oh, I want to use their neighbor to like watch them kind of thing. Because why are we moving like along the same lines? Like, and some people might think, well, that could be the one. That's not what I'm feeling. Like I'm not even like, this could be shallow, superficial. I'm not even attracted, from what I'm seeing. And the crazy thing is, the other person, when I saw them both in the store, the other person that lives in my complex, that person had ended up working in my job. That's how we met. And then I was in a space of like kind of naivety, kind of like not tapping in like, oh, internet, this could be a problem. But we started chatting and stuff, and he's like, I asked him where he lived, because he mentioned like kind of the area or something, and I was like, oh, where at? And I did not expect him to say my apartment complex, and he said my apartment complex, and I had just moved here. So, it's shit like that. I don't like that. And then for us to all end up in the store at the same time, like, and it's not just the fact that we all live at the same complex, because that could be easy. It's the fact that you were also working at my job where I'm working at, and then you live right next door to me. And they're both black men, you know. So again, like, this spiritual shit is like, it's no joke. Cause yeah, I did try to talk to that guy. I tried to date him, and he seemed like mature and whatever. And what I realized is that, first of all, you very well could have a gambling addiction, um, you know, and was trying to hide it. Um, it just ended up being like, we just weren't aligned, because it was like a few times where I tried to talk about, just talk in depth about something that was concerning to me. And one of the times he was like, oh, you don't have to keep on, mentioning that, or something like that. Like, I get it, because I was saying something about like how I want to be careful with, basically linking up and connecting to somebody, and then also having sex, and like, I'm a lover, like, so I don't, I can't just play around with that type of energy. And I wasn't, to me, it's like I was feeling the need to kind of explain this, and he was trying to like tell me, well, I don't have to keep going on and on about it. And my thing was, it's not like he was responding. He was just saying, like, oh, I get it. But then went forward to still kind of like pursue that type of energy with me, you know. So yeah, it ended up being not a good situation. It was something that I look back on, it's like, that was very suspicious. Like, very suspicious. Even if he wasn't consciously aware of you working at this location at this time, and also living in the same complex as him, it's very possible for it to be an energetic, spiritual situation, So now I feel the same way with this person over here who lives next door to me. And here's again the thing, it's like, you're leaving at the same time I'm leaving, and then you come back at the same time. I don't like that. And you end up behind me as I'm leaving out, and I've left out. You know what I mean? So I don't. So that's why I say I had a problem. And here's the other thing to all of this, because I'm about to run out of time. I am picking up on having hints and kind of heads up of this time. So like, yeah, because, okay, yeah. And really, I think about this date. I don't know what else is going to occur today, but it's the first Monday of the year. And I didn't even know that was like something that is celebrated elsewhere. There's literally a name for it. But I've literally been given a heads up about the potency of the spirituality occurring at this time and this year in particular. And now I'm feeling like, I don't know. It's almost as if I'm feeling like something is to occur between today and up to the time of like my birthday. And I say this because of different numbers that I've been given in the past that 100% without a doubt is straight up spiritual synchronicity, if not just the matrix fucking with me. You know what I mean? Like, and the date of today is in alignment with them numbers or whatever. So yeah, anyways, I don't even know what I'm gonna call this. I low-key was just venting, but I think it's I don't know. I just wonder if there's not like another level of spiritual sensing that I'm having activated within me, because I'm just hearing the word auspicious. So that's going to be the title for this episode, Auspicious. But I literally have to end this because it's going to end in like a couple of minutes. I don't even have that much time. I still have to go to work. And yeah, I don't know. I just feel like I have to really, it's not even pay attention to really around me, but no, that too. And also what I'm feeling, because like I said, that level that I was doing for my Stairmaster, I've done that before. So my heart hurting like it was like, that was a nervous system thing. It wasn't an exercise thing, but it made my exercise harder. So, yeah, auspicious. Now I'm about to look it up, but I do have to cut this. But this is my 9th episode, so yeah. I don't know. That's it. Till next time, Happy New Year. And you can't really hear me because I'm whispering, kind of. I'm sorry, but I'm near the wall that connects my living room to my neighbors. I'm pretty sure it's their living room. I'm just guessing. Could be their kitchen. I don't know. But yeah. But I'm gonna follow up. Till next time. Bye.